Disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Woo. That's my track right there, motherfucker.
Ooh, that dog claw.
She gets down. She gets down.
She is down.
Wasn't she supposed to play live soon, or did it already happen? Did I miss it?
I don't know.
I fucking missed it, didn't I?
You probably missed it.
Damn it.
I'm excited, though.
Like, how excited?
Like,
all right. All right.
I'm ready to get this shit started. How about you?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
You're listening to Pigz Radio, broadcasting live from a secret location in Compton, California. The talk show that makes psychiatrists see other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists.
Other psychiatrists. It's Sunday night. You know what that means.
Sunday fun day.
Well, yeah, but it's also Pigz Radio live every Sunday night. The longest running podcast out of the beautiful gangsterous city of Compton, California.
The only podcast in Compton.
You don't think there's other podcasts out here?
I mean, I've never heard of one. Have you?
I mean, other than the world's best #1 longest running podcast, Pigz Radio.
That's what I mean. I mean, we're probably the
Look,
only
man,
ones.
look,
Fuck it, we'll run with it.
We
We'll
dominate this fucking market. Fuck that other podcast, whoever you are.
if they're out there.
Yeah, if there is any in Compton. But if there is, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should get them on board. Maybe interview them. I don't know.
If we could find them.
We should go look. Or probably not.
Nah,
we're not going to do anything.
Fuck all that.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Across from me, as always, is Mr. Evil Noriega. And if you love barbecue and any kind of delicacy of barbecuing, you can hit him up for his meats.
That's right.
What's that handle so we can get your meats?
Woodshack Barbecue on Instagram. What's up?
Are you still grilling right now?
I will be. I mean, Super Bowl's coming, so yeah, it's like I gotta take care of some people and shit with some meats.
All right. I mean, did you get any orders yet?
Yeah, I got a couple, but I mean, you know, I don't start prepping for it till like maybe like Wednesday at the
all last minute.
Yeah. Well, it takes a while.
Oh,
but I mean, it's not that quick. Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure to hit up Jose, the Evil Noriega. Get your mystery meats. I mean, he'll fry them up, right? I mean, or grill them, or smoke them, or
jerk off.
Okay, well, there you go. We want to shout out to everyone on the Pigzniverse logging in across the universe on all forums. Stephen P., we see you holding it down in, where is he? Ohio? Idaho?
No, Utah.
Utah, that's right. How did I forget that? Fucking Utah, holding it down for the Pigz Army. D from the Dungeon Podcast, all the way from New Jersey, holding out that East Coast chapter for us. Dano 87. Where's he from? I think Vegas, right?
I don't remember.
Adano, shout out to him because I know he logs in from time to time. So
let us know where you're from, Adano.
There we go. Tonight's episode, man, just in time for the ladies. We had to do something for the ladies. We never do anything for the ladies.
Never do
because we're
anything
pigs.
For the ladies. Well, yeah, I mean yeah.
Sometimes we let ladies in.
It's a guy thing, right?
It really is. Sometimes we let the ladies in, right?
Right.
I mean, we had Liz Vampire Mermaid holding it down. She couldn't be here tonight.
Right. Well, I mean, she might still show up. We'll see, though.
She might.
Might.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, I'll give it one of those anyway.
Oh, yeah,
Liz, you're gonna miss out because today's gonna be super fun and writing. I couldn't think of anything else better to do for the piglets, for the marranas out there. That we got to do it for all the females. I mean,
for the ladies.
For the ladies. Right. Marranas too much? Is that too much?
It's a bit extreme.
Marranas.
You're being a little extreme. You're being chauvinist.
I will say that preparing for today's episode, or at least broadcasting it and telling people about it, I got all kinds of like responses and replies that I didn't know were gonna be out there. Number one. But you know what, guys? We do a little thing here on Pigz Radio. We do a little introduction. Let's start off with this side of the table. We'll get your name, what exactly you do for, I mean, you describe what this is, and then we get a little icebreaker. We normally get a little squeal. We either get a pig's call, a pig's pig's impression.
Right. A pig squeal, pig's call, or a dinosaur impression.
Yeah, so there we go. So here we go. Start it off for us.
All right. My name is Scott Lane.
What up, Scott?
What's up, Scott?
I own a male strip club.
Ooh.
Not enough for you.
And I'm sorry, the what's it called again?
The Hollywood Men.
Now, the Hollywood Men, tell us, it is, I mean, as doing research, the longest running male show in LA and Orange County.
Well, until the pandemic, yeah.
Well, I mean, fuck the pandemic.
We took a little break.
I mean, but holy shit, how many years is that?
We were going to celebrate our 25th anniversary.
Wow.
Which would have been in March 2020, and we got shut down on the 14th, so.
It's a stretch, right?
We took a little hiatus.
I mean, a 25-year run without any breaks. I mean, I think you've earned it. Yeah. I mean, take a little bit of time off, right? I mean, gotta rest the Johnsons, or I don't know what it is that's going on out there, but I mean, you gotta rest that body.
Yeah.
We
didn't have much choice.
Oh, okay.
There's silver linings to everything. You can always find a silver lining to there.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Scott, thank you for coming down, and we're about to get into some hopefully awesome stories. And obviously, you're doing the Lord's work for some of these ladies out there. So, I mean, thank you for picking that shit up, and I mean, holding it down for essentially 27 years. But I mean, obviously ongoing because of the pandemic. But obviously, doors have not shut. There are. I mean,
they're open now. Yeah.
Oh, they're open. Okay, so there we go. So we're back on track.
2 locations now, actually.
Okay, 2 locations. Yeah. So L.A. was originally one, and then where's the second location?
We've always been in Hollywood. But
okay.
with the mandates and everything, we decided to open up a show on Saturdays in Orange County.
Ooh, how's that doing for you?
It's doing great.
Nice.
What's Orange County? You know, it's like they never shut down anyway, really. But you know, it's glad that you found a secondary market, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I mean, but Hollywood is still going on. It's just with restrictions, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. I mean, you got to find clubs that
are willing to let you host an event,
right.
And then the size and all that. Yeah, just yesterday I was at the Redwood Bar in downtown LA, and that's the first time I ever got asked for my COVID card, I guess you could say.
All the bars in LA are like that right now.
Are they? I mean, I don't go frequently, but I was surprised.
Anything in LA County, it's still on the strict side.
All right.
Our show is kind of hard to have social distancing.
Well, that's for sure, right?
I mean,
that's for sure.
You want to get as close as you can without touching it, but
right.
6 feet, no.
That's not going to happen.
It doesn't really work out that way. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have some healthy gentlemen on this show, you know what I mean? But 6 feet is kind of a reach, so to speak.
Kind of kills the vibe.
I mean,
for sure.
I know during the whole pandemic, there was shots and people doing drive-through strip things. So I mean,
I saw some.
I
of
mean,
that,
people were being creative. I mean, we even participated in some drive-through wrestling stuff. So I mean, people have to get creative to kind of stay afloat and kind of make things happen. I mean, obviously, you can't touch them, but I mean, kind of weird. They're just driving through, like tossing fucking money at these girls, like on go-go boxes or whatnot. So, I mean, times are rough for everybody.
It is.
I mean, that's where everyone turned to OnlyFans, right? I mean, I'm kind of curious. Did the guys go to OnlyFans? Was that a thing?
Yeah, it was. Not with our guys. We were mainly,
He's like, no,
I heard
Well, I
about
mean,
it.
I'm pretty sure they have individual accounts, you know, aside from you know, there might not be a Hollywood Men's Only, but you know,
we didn't do it. Yeah, we didn't do a show related thing, but the guys do stuff on their own.
Well, Scott, the owner of Hollywood Men, we need to get your Pigz call, your Pigz impression, your Pigz squeal, whatever it is that you got inside of you. We need that right now.
Oh, you're gonna put me on the spot?
Yeah,
it's our icebreaker.
Oh wait!
I talked over it. There you go.
There we go. And Scott brought himself a friend. Scott, right next to you. Who are you, sir?
All right, so do I have to use my stripper voice, or can I
Oh,
just
you
use my
give us whatever it is you
whatever
want
you
to
feel
give us, man.
comfortable with.
Yeah.
I mean,
My
really.
stripper voice?
I don't know. You always sound so sexy.
Oh, well,
so.
thank you.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so my name is Andre. I'm one of the performer dancers of the Hollywood Men.
Right.
I'm actually Italian from Milan.
Right on.
Yeah, met Scott probably 11 years ago. And a funny story. I used to watch American TV show. And this guy right here was one of the main characters in my favorite show. And I always pointed out, it's like, oh, that guy is so good looking. Look his body. I want to be like him one day. I met him, and he hired me to become a dancer.
Holy shit.
So, yeah, unbelievable. I couldn't believe myself when I met him. And I said, you look familiar. And then he shows me actually what it was. Showed me like your real acting. And I was like,
what was the show? The name of the show?
Damn, you were like in so it was like
Was
something
that Kickboxer?
Kickboxer, yeah.
That's Pacific Blue.
Yeah, Pacific Blue.
Right.
Really?
Yep.
So then you act also
I did.
professionally, yeah.
I did, and then I kind of got sick of going on auditions, so I decided to open the show, and kind of gave it up.
Right.
I might be getting back in.
You never know, right? Why
never
not?
know.
I mean,
Why not?
if it's a craft that you're familiar with, you know, why not continue with it?
I'm a different character now. I always like playing the heavy anyway.
Oh, there you go.
So Andre, all the way from
Italy.
Milan, yeah.
Milan, Italy.
Do you guys have pigs out in Italy?
Of
Puercos?
course.
Okay.
Of course.
Let's get your Pigz impression, your Pigz call, or a dinosaur. I'm sure they have dinosaurs in Italy.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
Nice.
With that being said, the Hollywood Men are now Pigz in here in Pigz Studios.
Right.
Thank you, gentlemen, for coming down. I mean, fuck. I think we've had some female strippers. I don't get those
Yeah.
too often, let alone male strippers. And shout out to Pedro from what is it? Film Photography LA or photo?
Yeah.
Let's Focus LA. Something. Forgive me, Pedro, for not remembering. But he hooked us up with these guys, and I kind of questioned him, like, "Hey, you know a lot of male strippers, like." We're gonna talk later on, buddy. But but tell us, like, I mean, obviously, look, I'm not a big fan of the strip club stuff. I don't like throwing my money if I'm not gonna go home with anything.
But you participated in
I have
strip clubs,
before,
right? All right.
but it's not my thing though either.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna lie, and I get a lot of grief for it.
Right.
Fucking, I used to be the designated driver for a lot of these fucking for the boys when we used to go out.
Right.
But
Right.
I mean, how does it get for females? I mean, I can only imagine. I seen some little bit of stuff on here, but I mean, from your perspective,
Which we'll get to.
yeah, like I mean, now especially with the pandemic, you guys were closed down. You guys reopened doors. How was it that first show? How was that energy? How were the females acting?
You mean coming back after the pandemic?
Yeah.
A lot slower. I mean,
Really?
we used to have crowds of 500.
Wow.
And we opened
Wow.
up less than 100 in summertime, which is the high season.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it was kind of tough on us.
So
we're trying to build back.
right.
I was gonna say, like, there's seasons for the strip industry. No
'cause
way.
Bachelorettes get married in summertime, so you get a lot of big parties in the summer.
Oh, okay.
They come all through the year, but for different events. But the
Hey.
big parties, they come in summertime.
Right. So I have a question for you. I mean, as far as like
You don't have the body
you
for
know,
it. You can't join.
well, listen.
Okay,
you're
sorry.
kind of fucking up my interview.
Okay, my bad.
So, 25 years ago, you started, and we just found out, or at least I just found out that you were an actor beforehand. So, what kind of, I guess, put you into the industry or that industry?
I was at Chippendales in New York.
So that's something I was going to mention also.
I had danced to work my way. You know, I wanted to go to New York and model and act.
Right.
And I was there from 83 to 86.
Right on. The heyday
They
of
had
it,
just
right?
opened the show there, so I got in with them and met Nick DeNoia. Unfortunately, he's the guy that got murdered by his partner.
Oh.
It's been big in the media. They've been covering the shit out of that because there's a new series coming out called Immigrant, which is about his other partner, Steve Banerjee.
Oh, damn.
And he's the guy that started it out with Nick. One killed the other, and he committed suicide.
Oh, wow.
Fuck.
So long
Sorry
story.
shit. Yeah.
Heavy shit.
Yeah, you know what? I was kind of a kid, I guess you could say. You know, I wasn't too privy to what had happened to them. All I know is Chippendales was a thing for where women would go.
Yeah.
And then it just wasn't there anymore. So then that's the story that I guess of what happened, or why the demise of it, I guess you could say.
Well, they've always been around. They haven't really.
No,
gone.
they're still there.
Yeah.
Goes to show it's like, you know, kind of like oblivious to male strippers, you know what I
Well,
mean?
after the murder, and then after Steve finally got caught, 'cause he was trying to murder another dancer, and he confessed, and he was about to be sentenced to 26 years in prison and hung himself.
Wow.
So his wife retained control, and she sold it to someone else, and it's been passed around. Lou Pearlman bought it, Backstreet Boys.
Right.
And broke it up, and they did territories, and then it got bought back by Marshawn Eyewear.
And so it's still out there.
It's still out there.
Now, but there used to be like locations, right?
Yeah.
And now it's still location. Like there's a Chippendales, like say like a bar, kind of like a Seventh Veil, or
Well, they started in New York. I mean, sorry, L.A., and then they went to New York.
They
They
branched
opened the
out,
New York club, and then he went did the touring shows.
right on.
Now they're in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So the L.A. club's gone, New York's gone. They do Vegas.
Right
and
on.
touring.
So it's a review, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
more so than an actual club now.
Right.
Okay, right
Yeah.
on. So you were a dancer, and then that's kind of, I guess, what gave you the idea. Like, I guess.
Well, I was a dancer before I went to New York.
Right.
I had my own shows there. Long story. I went to the Air Force Academy right out of high school in 1979. And
Right on. Right
when I
on.
left there, it just wasn't for me. Things didn't work out. So moved to Detroit and got into male stripping. I was modeling. Somebody approached me and said, you should try this. And I went to a club called Foxy's on 8 Mile.
Right on.
And it was an all-black club. I was the only white person in the club.
Really?
Including the dancers, the patrons, everything.
How was that?
That was awesome.
I bet you were getting like a lot. I mean,
I like all kinds of women.
Yeah, there you go. But I'm pretty sure you got a lot of money, more
Yeah.
than most.
Oh my God, I was sold.
Right. That's awesome.
So that started my illustrious dancing career. But I toured a lot with Chippendales, and then I came back to L.A. to pursue an acting career and was getting some good guest starring roles.
Right on.
But I decided to open my own show, and we built the show into a big show. It's full production. Ladies go out differently than men do. When men go to strip shows or they go to female strippers, they're introverted.
Right.
Women are very extroverted. They like to enjoy things together. So.
I mean, I've seen like videos of like women cutting loose for sure.
But you got to give them more than just dancing.
Right.
You give them a themed act with matching music, costumes, and.
So then there's a whole production for what you guys do.
Right.
All right on. I mean, because again, being a guy, I'm used to like walking into a strip club. And, it's just a girl comes out in lingerie, she dances on a pole, and, that's it, and everybody throws their money, right?
Right.
So then you guys are actually putting on a show with it. Right on.
And actually, we are performing in a female strip club right now.
Oh, really?
It's called The Library. You probably heard of it.
In Orange County?
In Anaheim. They have a couple locations, but we're at the Anaheim Club. They built a nightclub right next to it where you have to enter through a speakeasy. And this other club is called Detention, and it's a beautiful room.
Right on.
So they invited us to come down and check it out. The owner used to own Bailey's 2020 back in the day, and they had a male strippers on one side, female on the other. So when I came off the road from Chippendales, my buddy told me about that place, and I went in and actually started working there. And then when they got shut down for whatever reason, we broke away and just started Hollywood Men in 1995.
Damn.
So, but we got cheated out our 25-year anniversary, and we gotta pick that up.
You gotta make up for it, right? Yeah, right on.
So within those amount of years, obviously you've had to have gone through so many dancers. Do you remember any kind of wildest stories that you can share with us about what these ladies are kind of like, or what's to be expected? I mean, once again, and especially now knowing that there's some thought behind it. It's not like, hey, they're just gonna go out there and go like rub their junk on you. Like, no, like there's costumes, there's music, there's
the production.
Like you're going for a full-on experience
for sure.
And maybe
that's because women expect that. Men don't. They don't give a shit. Just take your shit off. And,
you know what? No one ever asked me. You know what? No one ever asked me.
Would you prefer, like, say, if you go see a female stripper, for her to put on a production also?
I honest to God, I really would.
Then you would care to go to
I think it would be way more entertaining than like.
Club.
I mean, look, nowadays, you can get free fucking internet porn anywhere, right?
Well, it's all out there, right?
Right.
It's out there for us.
At least, when you go down to these places, yes, you want to look at something pretty. You want to look at something fucking gorgeous and sexy.
You want to be wild. You want to be schmooze.
But then, like, anyone can go out there and be naked, right? You just got to have either fucking really high standards or really low standards, depending on which end of the spectrum you want to be on that. But then what? Right? Yeah. You're just jiving and whatever it is that you're fucking doing. But behind production, though, there's some thought. It's a show. It's showmanship, and whatever. You're fucking doing the helicopter with your dick and hitting people in the fucking face. I don't know. Never been.
That's one I've never done. Maybe in Canada. They take it all off up there.
Different rules up there, right?
We got people out there in the Pigzniverse asking, how can I get a job? How can someone, if they want to come down and like, hey, I think I have what it takes to be a stripper, like, how do you interview someone?
How do you qualify? Yeah.
Do you have a casting couch?
No, nothing like that. We've had some nightmare auditions, though, so I don't let anybody audition live during the show anymore without seeing them in a studio first. Because it's like, I'm the best in the business, and they go on stage and they just suck. And women are,
Aww.
So I won't take a chance like that. But we do have auditions every once in a while in a studio. We'll rent a space, have our choreographer come in and put some routine together and see how well they pick up choreography. The most important thing would be stage presence, if they have a good personality.
Right.
The charisma.
Smile. I tell the guys all the time, smile more.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're having fun. The girls will have fun.
I saw so many good-looking guys failing on stage that I was like, oh, my God, how possible? But if you don't have that.
Relate.
Yeah.
Women smell through that. They see genuine. If you fall down and laugh about it, then they're even on your side. Right?
Yeah. I mean, women are pretty.
Try to sex them too much, then they're like,
They're kind of over it.
They get turned off by that.
Oh.
So you gotta like not sex them. They're even complicated when you come to like these places.
Women
so
are
I don't want to touch
complicated,
it.
I mean, they're complicated. They're perceptive. You know what I mean? It's like they eyeball you and they know whether or not they're into you or not. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just the way women are. I mean, they're really perceptive. So I get it. I get it.
They're more cerebral.
So
for sure.
So let me ask. I mean, Andre, how long have you been dancing for?
11 years.
11 years?
Yeah, total years.
Were you in Italy dancing, or did you come over here?
No, I was actually a professional dancer.
Oh, okay.
I traveled all over Europe. I danced for a European singer.
Oh, yeah? David Hasselhoff?
No. No. And then my career wasn't going like the way I expected, and I decided to move to U.S. For me, of course, as a foreigner, it was a little bit tougher, So I actually sent my resume, professional resume to this guy, looking for a job, any job. And he invited me over and said, hey, come and check it out. So I was actually impressed because these guys, they have something different. Like they're real talented, like guys. They know what they're doing. They know how to please like 700 girls all together.
I can't even do one. Holy
I
shit,
know.
that's fun. Jesus Christ.
I'm divorced, so for sure I'm like,
Really take notes.
I
No,
feel
even
that.
touching them.
Impressing women.
So I was actually, wow, this is a big production. I was completely shocked, and to me it was like all new. And Scott gave me a chance. He put me on stage. I remember.
How did he do? I mean, obviously you hired him, but I mean, how did he actually do?
Didn't you do a cowboy act the first?
The first time
put that together?
Yes, we put like a.
Yeah, because we had to have some kind of routine.
Yeah.
You can only do the audition thing. I mean, that was my thing at Chippendales when I was a host. Basically, you're paid minimum wage to flirt with women. So sign me up.
Why not?
So there was one night one of the leads in the show couldn't make it, and their flight didn't come in from California. So they had to come up with something to replace it.
Right.
And I said, I know that act, and but they didn't want me to do the act because it wasn't rehearsed. So they said, we'll do this waiter thing. You act like you're serving drinks in the front row, and we say we pull a name out of a hat, and the MC just announces your name, and then it's called the reluctant waiter.
Oh, right on.
So I fight to get off stage, and then you
like
start
you don't
getting into
there,
it,
but
hips start gyrating, and ladies go crazy, and
right on.
that became my act in the show.
That's awesome.
So we can do that. If we got people out there that want to give it a shot, we can call them an audition. That way they're not tied to the show if they suck.
Right.
But we are looking.
Oh, yeah.
We lost 4 really good dancers to the pandemic for one reason or another. People move on. So we're looking out there.
Yeah. How many guys are? I mean, I saw in the picture you had a bunch of guys lined up. I mean, how many guys are normally in your show, your review? I guess you could
normally
say.
About 8. 6 leads, 2 ensemble dancers, and I need pros. Like professional dancers because they're group numbers. And if they get off in choreography, it's clusterfuck.
yeah, I could imagine.
Our choreographer is very strict on those things.
Very strict, yeah.
But he's very talented. He has to kind of choreograph down to the abilities because it's hard to find guys that are 6'4", great body, model looks, professional dancers, and have the whole package.
And the package.
Literally the package.
No fucking
pun definitely intended.
Good men are hard to find.
Right now on the Pigzniverse out there, Zach Rabbit Lopez asking if there's a need for dad bods. Is there a thing for dad bods right now?
No, see, we try to appeal to the women's female sexual fantasies. So
sorry, Zach, you're a fat, ugly fuck, and no one wants you, bro. Sorry. I am not gonna pass your number along. Sorry. I mean, as far as the dancing goes and choreography, I mean, do you find yourselves like constantly having to change the dance routines and constantly having to change the show, or is this kind of like a band in comedy? Like, hey, we got this show, let's gonna write this out for a couple of weeks, and then hey, time for a new season? Or
we are always working on something new in the show, but there's like 12 lead numbers in the show, and I can't. I'm the creative guy. I got to do the music, edit the visuals, get the costumes, choreograph, rehearse. So it's tough to change an entire show around. But we do have a new crowd. I mean, like 90% of the women have never been there before. Or haven't been there in years. He's
the Vince McMahon of the fucking of the male stripper world. He's doing it all from beginning to end. Any ideas of like possibly even putting this shit online now that the turn of the century and the future is now?
No. Women love the live experience.
Okay.
It's not the same online.
I would think so. Yeah, it's like
they want to touch. They want to get. They want to share their fantasies with their girlfriends and go out and get wild.
Yeah.
And they've been told for years you can't do that. Well, bullshit. Now they do it.
Well, let me ask you this: why isn't there more? I mean, since you've been in the industry, I guess you could say, why isn't there more like male reviews? I guess you could say
there are, but there's really no attention to detail or production value, and that's what we find that the ladies appreciate is the choreography and the themed acts that play to their fantasies, and it tells more of a story than just some guy grinding on her.
Right.
A lot of girls are like turned off by that. So
there's like these steamy porns like they have to read, but like
Harlequin novels and stuff.
But for real, the dinosaur erotica shit. Anyone dress up as a dinosaur by chance?
Shit.
No.
there's
Mario could script it out if you want.
I don't know. We had another dude on here that was always about his dinosaur erotica shit, and it was apparently these chicks that always fuck dinosaur people or dinosaurs. I forget what the fuck it was.
I don't know, man.
People are strange.
They are strange. When you guys are there, do you guys ever get like weird requests like? Andre?
Andre's shaking his head.
What's the weirdest thing they've ever asked you to do?
Like couples, like married couples. Hey, what you're doing after?
Oh, threesomes?
I just want to see you like dancing on my wife and do whatever you want, and like I just want to enjoy. I'm like, I had two twin sisters. Super good looking, and they say, hey, we always have fun, we always share. You should come, with us, and
share your penis,
share whatever they wanted to share.
Just a good time.
So,
share a good time.
The weirdest story was mom and daughter. That was very scary. Yeah, mom actually was very wild. I don't know if you remember. Right. She pretty much like. She undressed herself on stage with the daughter there. Say, "Mom, please cover yourself. Like, I'm so embarrassed. Please." And then it was a mess. So
You woke up with them going, "What the fuck happened?"
I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't there specifically. I saw it, but then I said, "It's not for me." So weird requests. Yeah.
So you guys do get, even though the 90% is like you mentioned earlier, 9% are like new people, you do get like some regulars, right?
Yeah. Ooh. The more often ladies come, the happier I get.
Yeah,
we love it when ladies come.
I had a Russian lady. She probably came like Friday and Saturday for probably over a year, not missing a single show, just to get a lap dance. And I even asked her, I say, I understand that you like me, but Friday and Saturday for like over a year is a little too much.
Wow. What do you expect? When you have your stripper telling you, like, hold on, we need to slow down this relationship.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I made so much money like off of her. I'm like, I don't even know, but
it's like, no, this is too much money.
Too much. At a certain point, I say, hey, like I feel bad.
Wow. You know what? I don't think I would ever hear that from like ever. No, like Andre has feelings and he's looking out for his Patreons. He's looking out for his
the savings too.
His customers. Like, hey, like
no, he just got tired of doing the same show.
Let's skip all the touching this week and like let's minimize this down to like 2 times a month.
Yeah, let's do like probably a couple of lap dances instead of like 4 or 5.
No, are women aggressive tippers? The way men are, like where they're like making it rain and all this stuff. Does it get pretty crazy with like money?
They are. Pretty crazy.
I've seen guys come backstage with like nail marks down their back, bleeding.
Oh shit!
Some women get very aggressive.
Yeah.
But
have you guys ever had to kick anyone out of the club for just being crazy, not knowing what no is, or?
Yeah.
Not crazy with the guys, just like fighting with each other because this girl's standing up because her girlfriend's on stage and the girls behind her can't see and they get into like a cat fight. It's
just calling themselves out and like
when you're packing 450 women in a club that holds 300, that's
a lot of estrogen.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, is that a normal thing to happen at a show like this, or any kind of like male strip club? I mean,
It happens.
It happens.
We encourage it.
We encourage.
You want to have a good time, or you want it to be a memorable experience for these women. So I get it, yeah, for sure.
A lot of them are getting married, a bachelorette party, and it's their last hurrah.
It's their last night to remember, so to speak.
Yep.
I mean, with all that stuff, I mean, is there code of conduct? I mean, are people allowed to kind of fraternize with the Patreons afterwards to make decisions?
Or the other way around. Listen, the I guess the question that I would have is like, would a woman get kicked out for like grabbing a dude's junk, or his member or whatever?
She would be reprimanded for it. I mean, she would just be told you can't do that. And they can't continue. As far as my rules for my guys, I want to stay in business.
Right.
And
that would go against policies.
The temptation. This club we're at now in detention had private rooms, and we thought, okay, we
like a champagne room kind of situation.
It's a female strip club, so they converted half of it into a male strip club, and we thought, okay, we can use the private rooms, let the guys do their private things after the show. They can, negotiate a little fee for a little something, a little private dance in the room. I said, as long as you guys realize you're on camera in there. And the owner's probably watching. So, first night, 2 blowjobs, and
we lasted 2 weeks. It was like
the owner came to me and said, you can't do that in there, right?
I can, yeah.
Yeah. So we don't do the private rooms anymore. It's all in public.
We lost the privilege, but
Well, maybe you could get it back after a while. I guess once he gets comfortable again.
I don't think so.
No, we don't get comfortable. That's why if we get comfortable, then it's
I saw the footage.
I just don't want to get comfortable.
Wow. That's crazy, though. She must have paid for it, too. You figure.
Well, of course.
One was a couple, right? One of the guys. I'm not going to mention anybody by name.
No.
One was a couple, a wife and husband, and they wanted something.
Oh, yeah,
He wanted to, spend time with the wife while he watched.
Right. He wanted to work over. He wanted
live,
your guy to work over his wife.
I was against that from the start because I said there's too much like prostitution.
Yeah.
It's a show.
In a sense, yeah.
It's show, it's racy and all that, tongue in cheek, but you got to have a limit.
Of course,
to the classiness of a place.
You're trying to keep a professional level, I guess.
We try.
If you want to do that, go somewhere else with it.
Work out in Rageman outside.
Don't shit where you eat. Basically.
I hear that.
Makes sense.
For sure.
When he did say that he sent in a professional resume, the first thing that popped into my head, like he sent a picture of his dick with like a little bow tie, a little hat, like just looking all spiffy. Yeah, like looking spiffy as fuck.
Off his balls.
Yeah, I'm here for like professional interview. Like,
was it like that?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was
Italy.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Good
like modeling
pictures.
photos.
Yeah.
Pro dancer.
I was actually very concerned because all these guys were to me like well-built animals, jungle. That's I was like, oh damn, I gotta work out here because,
By the way, you can't come in puffy or anything like that.
Andre walked up. I'm like, holy fuck, dude! Like, are you even gonna fit in the fucking studio? This dude is like monstrous tall, like all big, like
wrestlers.
Yeah,
some solid like 6'3" and jacked, like good-looking guys. And like 8 of them. I was like, oh damn, I gotta find my spot here.
Right.
Well, I was worried that I couldn't use you because you were trying to get a green card.
Oh yeah,
I was trying to help you with that.
Oh yeah, to get like a work visa initially. Yeah.
I was trying to. What was it? A1B, something like that.
Something. We tried. He tried actually. So
But he became an actual American citizen last year.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you
Big
guys. I made it. So this guy gave me the chance, and
this guy's done more during the pandemic that I've seen. I mean, everybody just chill. They take the time off, collect the unemployment, sit on the couch, play video games, smoke weed, whatever you're doing.
Right. People learn how to bake.
This guy went out. He became a cop.
Almost. Yeah.
Right
worked for yes. Then
what did you do at the hospital? Then you did.
I got some college degrees on healthcare.
Holy shit!
And now he just became a commercial truck driver.
Commercial driver too.
Just got a CDL last week.
Less in.
Hey, you just stay busy, huh?
Yeah, busy, man.
You know what? I was just about to ask, like, what did all the male strippers do in between jobs? But apparently, this guy went to college, got some degrees, became a truck driver.
Speak like 3 languages, most 4. But yeah.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah. So.
How do you find the time?
I have no idea.
I mean, I know a lot of people are just staying at home, but that's like a lot of time.
Yeah, but being here by myself, I've been, for 11 years completely alone, no family. So you gotta stay busy, otherwise.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But thank God I met Scott, and he gave me the chance to actually have a life in this country, and through this show, yeah. So they became family. So they're all my brothers. I have like my best friend working with me for 11 years, Scott. You know, big brother, always putting me on track. Even, you know, we all know sometimes I fucked it up too a couple of times, but come on, we all do.
Right, we're all humans.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. So, but we've been family since then, and that's it.
That's what's important about the show too, is the cohesiveness between people.
Yeah.
You know, we get together in and out of the show, so it's
even outside, so we're all like connected.
It's important. If you got somebody come in that was with too big of an ego, they're not going to work it in the show.
Yeah.
Just not going to gel.
How far in between after someone starts where you start kind of noticing that? Is that something that you can kind of know right away? Or
right away. Yeah, if they got attitude. Stage presence is good. Confidence is great, but arrogance and you know.
Oh, well, of course.
Doesn't work.
We had some big fights too on the backstage.
We've had a couple guys. Loose chains.
You know, we're strippers.
Loose cannons.
You know, it's not a church. We're strippers.
Well, yeah.
But you throw all these guys in one dressing room.
Testosterone all over. So, like cavemen's. Like
anybody that's seen Magic Mike, you know, it's similar to that. They kind of overplayed it a bit, but they used our show as research.
Oh, so they.
Oh, yeah.
Did they approach you?
Back before I even knew about it, I got a call from Reed Carolyn, who was the writer, saying we want to come in to see your show, and I've got Channing Tatum and Steve Soderbergh. I'm like, well, hell yeah, come on in.
For sure.
So I didn't know they were coming one night, and they just ended up in the crowd. After that, they had costume design, wardrobe people. Matt Bomer came. He wanted to go backstage and see how the guys dressed, how they acted when they came into work.
I mean, I would assume that's a big factor, right? I mean, to actually experience it for them. I mean, they made a movie about it. You know, it's like they wanted to kind of get a truer sense of what it's like to be a male stripper and in that environment, I would assume.
It's not as crazy as they portrayed in the movie,
well,
but it was
mean,
fun.
You figure they embellished for the movie, so to speak.
And it's great that they did it because it really legitimized the business and made people interested, and they go, oh, that looks like a lot of fun. So they search and they find the show, and it was really good. It was a boon from business. So thank you, Channing.
Oh yeah.
So that's how you find your dancers, right? I mean, they seek you. I mean, I know at the moment you're short a few or a couple, but I mean, normally they seek you out.
It's kind of a dying breed. I can't find guys that are good anymore. I find good-looking guys or good-looking dancers, but not the full package that I need. And I'd rather not have to recreate somebody from scratch. We've tried that before. You take a guy, you build an act, and it just doesn't work. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
Yeah, you're crowbarring.
They got to come in with some talent, and I like guys that have experience in the industry, but not too old. You got to basically. I'm looking through the eyes of the women that come to the show.
Yeah.
What do they want?
Yeah,
I got to give them what they want.
Exactly.
By the way, as I was looking at these pictures and I was doing the flyer, like they all look like giant wrestlers, like you said, like all wrestlers, and the way that they're talking. Obviously, I'm a big wrestling dork, but the way that they have to play off the crowd, they have to give them what they want, and kind of just it's very, very ideal to their mindset and their psychology and how they perform. Obviously, they're not grinding on people, but like it's crazy. It's very interesting to kind of see.
Well, you got videos, right?
Oh yeah, we actually got a handful of things. Actually, let's see.
Let's check this out.
You guys were featured on Channel 11 with Christine Devine.
Oh, it was a long time ago. We were at Arena then.
Yeah,
20 years ago. It was a really good piece they did on us, and Christine Devine. She still looks good. I should hit her up to do another story.
You should. By the way,
coming out of the ashes of COVID, rebuilding.
I will say that after I watched this reminded me of the when they did all those undercover like 90s house parties, kind of like vibe to it. But you guys gotta check this out real quick.
8 men, 300 screaming women. Sound like fun? Every weekend, throngs of lustful ladies think so. They pay $25 each to see hunky men put on a super sexy show.
Uh-oh.
They come for the bumps and the grinds, the shakes and the shimmies, and yes, even the spanks. They come for men in uniform, men in muscles, cowboys, bad boys, boys dressed up as girls' favorite fantasies. And these girls can't get enough. so hot, guys! Look at them, they're so hot! They are the Hollywood Men, one of the last women-only shows left in L.A.
It's just a great night out for ladies to come here in Hollywood, and it's the only full production show in Southern California.
Friends come to celebrate a big birthday or a girls' night out. And in veil after veil after veil, women come to celebrate their final days of freedom.
I'm getting married in 3 weeks. So this is my last night, girls' night out.
Between lap dances in the audience, the MC holds racy raffles.
Down the stage, 763.
This lucky winner gets to go on stage alone for her own special show. When the lights come on, this birthday girl is in hunk heaven.
Hunk heaven.
The action gets hotter and hotter. Finally, only a terry cloth towel stands between these dancers and a Vice Squad raid. But the Hollywood Men have one last present on this special occasion. One that leaves her swooning into her friend's arms. Between stage shows, dancers work the crowd.
It looks so much more fun with women in the crowd versus guys at a strip joint.
Waving wads of
I know, it looks all like it's a party.
It's fun, yeah.
Drag, stuff, and tuck them away in almost every crevice.
I think it's great. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's clean fun.
We're having such a good time here. Amazing time. I love it.
As long as the good times continue, these men will keep putting the burly in their brand of burlesque.
Come see us, Hollywood Men, at the arena.
Okay. Owners of the Hollywood Men Theater show is the last.
She didn't know what to say. She's like, damn, I gotta go.
You can see the show weekends at the Hollywood Club Arena.
I think that was the best thing that's ever been done on this show. Who wrote that shit? It just scripted out. That was awesome. Good publicity.
Yeah, that was a great review of your review, I guess you could say.
Got lucky with that one.
So this is something a little bit newer here. Can you tell us what's set up here?
Oh yeah. Okay, we found this girl Nairi, who does our social networking. She's also the cashier of the show. She's a great photographer, videographer, editor, great person all around. So she's really good, and I had her take over our Instagram account, and she redid all the photos, her stuff, and she edited these little video clips that we play in the pre-show to get the ladies in state before the opening number. So she just really totally revamped our social media stuff.
Right on.
And it's great. She's got a great eye.
For the pre-show. Remember when we used to do the pre-cum show here?
Oh, yeah.
This is exactly what this is for. Hold on. We got to get this.
I'm just a bachelor.
It's my track right there.
I'm looking for a partner. Someone who knows how to ride without even falling on. Gotta be compatible. Takes me to my limits. Girl, when I break you off.
Splash. This is about to get broken up right now. Damn. What's up, Liz Vampire Mermaid? You actually made it to the show. Welcome. Oh, wait. Uh-oh.
No, another fail.
Ah, what the fuck?
Damn, Mario. Always fucking up.
She wasn't even here for sound
Yeah,
check.
nope, I wasn't. I'm here now, though.
What held you up?
What's up, Liz? I know. What kept you?
I was visiting a mouse.
You were visiting a mouse.
Yeah.
Oh, you're at Disneyland?
Yes.
Ah, boo. We brought you guys for you to come, look at and get, talking and ask.
I know.
Gotta make it rain.
We've been hearing about all the kind of crazy stuff that all the girls be doing. Let me ask, have you attended a male strip show in your...
I have not.
Never?
Never.
You gotta do something about that.
In all my 40 years on this planet, never. I mean, not that I would have gone,
younger, but yeah.
We got to get you going with the
Never.
Hollywood man.
There's no age limit. We have what 95-year-old birthday girl.
95.
No way.
Yes,
Whoa.
Whoa, I mean, I
love
would
it.
be kind of scared. Her heart, and you're not going to be able to take that.
I was. I really was.
Have you attended any kind of private events?
I haven't.
Never,
no,
nothing.
never, nothing. No.
What?
Like my clients have like come to get like blowouts and stuff before they go to the shows. Actually, one of them was celebrating her like I think 60th birthday.
Okay.
Like in 2019, and she was going to the show of the Hollywood Men. Yeah.
awesome.
Like her daughter was taking her like as a total surprise, so she had no idea she was going. And being part of it, but yeah, no, definitely.
And they didn't invite you?
No.
Damn.
No, I'm not a cool kid.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah, fail.
Boo.
Yeah.
Fail. Yeah.
Are you willing to come now?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, not right now.
The offer's on the table.
Let me rephrase that.
Private stage. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how much that's gonna cost, but I'm sure we have something in the little piggy bank for you.
All right, sounds good.
We'll get something.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to for people who are first timers, is there something you guys do? Like, can you guys sniff them out? Like, do you guys know who's the first time there? Like, are they really reserved, or does everyone go crazy like as soon as they walk in?
Yes, I can tell. As
You can
soon
tell
as
right
they walk
away?
in, of course.
And do you fuck with them like on purpose, like stand-up comics would?
Sometimes.
No, I don't haze.
No.
No haze. I'm the MC of the show now.
Yeah.
I used to dance, but I retired
Oh.
on my second marriage.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Is that part of the reason why you're
Yeah. Wait, did you meet her at
That
one
was
of
in the
your
contract.
dances?
Of
I
course,
met both
wait.
my wives at the show, and it basically
Nice.
it was an ultimatum because I got out of line one night. She said, "You got to make a decision,"
Oh.
and I chose right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There you
still
go.
dance, but just for one person.
Just for one.
One beautiful lady.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's awesome.
I kept breaking up and getting divorced, but I stay solid.
Oh, wow.
I say, you know what? I'm not gonna quit this show. I'm sorry. This is how I am, and
You met me like this.
They always like say, oh, you know what? I have no problem. You can do it. They always say the same thing. They last probably like what? No, even a weekend. And then
Oh,
they
wow,
start,
really?
Yeah. And
They
then
started
like, oh,
in on it. They want you to kind
of
of leave.
course, of
Yeah.
course. When are you gonna retire? You know, it's time. Like, come on, we can spend Saturday and Friday do something else.
Those are the money-making
Why?
days.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was
Why
thinking. That's
would
when
you-
you make the money, man.
Get paid to get laid. Are you kidding me? You
Yeah.
get up?
Yeah.
But I
I'll
mean,
never get up.
but is it really one of those like, hey, I want to go hang out with you, or like, hey, I don't want you fucking grinding on other fucking
I don't want,
bitches?
like no chicks trying to grab on you or anything. I mean, it's
Being
fine.
a stripper and at the same time being in a relationship, it's
Yeah.
tough.
it's tough. Yeah, of course.
Damn, man. I mean, you think that when fucking strippers got it all, and they don't. They're just hurting and they're lonely, just like everyone else. No, but I mean,
They're laughing all the way to the bank, dude. They're laughing all the way
well,
to the bank.
look, I know people in the porn industry, and that alone is something different. I mean, you got to have you have to have a certain kind of mindset to be able to kind of go out there and fuck random people for money and not be emotionally attached. And the people around them, like, it's hard for them to deal with some of that shit. Buddy was like going back and forth, and it's crazy. I'm like, dude, why are you putting up with it? But like, it's a porn person. Like, all right, cool. Like,
Well, that's the thing. I mean, right? It's like you get with somebody, you know their profession, this is their job. You would think that they would be okay with it, or somehow they better be okay with it. Don't give ultimatums. You know what I mean? That's what's crazy.
is a captain save a hoe, and you think that you're gonna go rescue whoever this person is from rescuing? Is it a triumph
I mean,
thing?
that's the way I guess some people think. I mean, that's what they're trying to do is help this person out, which probably don't need any help at all.
Yeah.
They're making money.
I'm kidding. Out of curiosity, either one. I mean, have you had people come out and be like, "Hey, like, marry me today, and I'll whisk you away to fucking pamper,
dude.
like, take you away from this life, and I want to give you everything imaginable."
I did actually, but then I stayed regardless. Right? I remember that. I actually did. I mean, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was quick decision,
Right.
and
Was it one of those things you're like, leave with me right now, and I will give you keys to the kingdom?
I will give you, let's go Vegas, let's get married, and yeah, it happened. But like I said, it's okay. Now we're married, but I'm gonna still performing.
Did you marry her? You did get married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
That's the
I
one?
even asked like one night off. Remember, say, hey, I gotta just go Vegas and come
One
back.
night
I
out.
go to Vegas real quick.
I'll be right back next week. No worries. I'll be on stage.
He's like, I'm gonna go freelance at Olympic Gardens.
Oh my God, it was the best time ever. Yeah. So.
Wow.
I had to actually leave the show a certain time. I couldn't hang out after. That was part of it. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, and I enjoyed regardless. He didn't work out the way I was supposed to, but still have good memories. We're still good friends.
There we go. I mean, hey, there's people out there that can ride this crazy thing called life and fucking and not fall off the skateboard or just have determination or whatever the fuck. I mean, you're at least out there trying it, where most people are too afraid to fucking change their color of their shoes because they're just so used to whatever the fuck.
Technically, I had 3 days before my visa. My visa was expiring, and I said,
Oh, now we're at it.
Now you remember. I couldn't come to Tahiti and I remember. Oh my God.
So it helped you with that.
Well, I mean, we were dating, but
it was just
wasn't like-
convenient at the same time.
She said, you know what, like, let's go Vegas. Let's
get
put
married.
you on the right spot.
she couldn't lose you back to Italy.
Of
She
course.
needed you here. Holy shit. All right. Well, there you go. Dreams can come true for those.
Of course, but like I said, stripper mentality, you got to live the life the way it comes and, have fun and take anything the way it comes. That's it.
Now, we used to have I had an old buddy, and he used to love going to strip places. But he also, I would always tell him he would go full boil. There was a character on Brooklyn Nine-Nine where this guy would just do whatever he wanted to do, but it would be times a billion, just over. He would fall in love with all these strippers, buy them gifts and whatnot. I mean, I can only imagine what kind of gifts have you guys kind of received in the dance
through the
world?
years.
Oh, you guys are putting me in the
any cars.
Okay, well,
I think cars would be the least.
I got like 72 inches TV.
Oh,
bed with mattress. Full set of furnitures and colognes, clothes.
Damn.
I got all those
trips and vacation paid and fancy hotels and restaurants and what else.
Those are all things that money can't buy or can buy. The important things are the things that money can't buy.
Groupies,
right?
Yeah.
Groupies.
Well, I mean, and from a woman's perspective, I think that we're gifters. So that's how we demonstrate, like, we're gonna give
Some they
gifts.
were like, exactly. Hey, you know what? Here's just a little gift for you.
Yeah.
What did you get, Scott?
A daughter.
Oh, look at that.
This is recent. This last year, I found out I have a 33-year-old daughter living in Quebec.
No way.
And we, it's...
That's wild. How did that? I mean, I'm assuming you probably thought you didn't have any kids, or were in the assumption you didn't have any kids, and now you have a 33-year-old daughter?
I have 3 kids now and a grandson.
Wow.
Also, but this latest child, who's just turned 34 on the 4th.
Right on.
Wrote me a letter. It's a long story. But her mother reached out to me. I never got the message.
Initially.
Because she was told at a young age that she wasn't told that I was her father. Oh. She was raised by another man.
Oh, wow.
And there were problems legally, and just wonder if I should say this.
I mean, it's totally up to you. You don't have to. You probably said so much. I mean, I was kind of joking around with local music experience because there's a running joke where Ray has a daughter in Korea that he doesn't know because he was in the army. Does
he really?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, no, he doesn't. But I mean,
okay. That was kind of a joke. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, that was kind of that kept coming up, and then when he mentioned it to me, when we kind of talked about it, like, holy shit, man, these things are like fucking real. Like,
it happens, yeah.
And it's just so gnarly to know that you can come across your human, whatever it happened 4 years ago to reunite with your human now, and like, holy man, that's some gnarly shit.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, I wouldn't be able to handle that, but now it's like I had to process it because it was big news.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
shocking in a sense.
So, a night of passion led to the creation of another human being that's been growing for the last 33 years in another country.
Right.
Without you knowing.
And we look identical.
Really?
We've been back and forth. We finally met 2 weeks ago.
All
And
right.
spent a week together and did the whole California thing. And she's an awesome person. And we just have now a relationship.
That's
She has
so
another
awesome.
sister. I mean, imagine her finding out that she's got a dad that she didn't know about. Now she's got a brother, a sister, an aunt, grandmother, grandfather.
It's a whole
it was
other
overwhelming
family
for her.
branch,
And I'm just watching her meet everybody for the first time and just going, wow, this just has to be unbelievable for her.
That's fucking. I mean, let alone the bombshell of knowing that that wasn't your real dad growing up, and just like not being told that. I mean, obviously there's a lot of stuff that she got to process too. I mean, hopefully everything will be good between her and her mom, but obviously sometimes people can kind of take that and.
I mean, I'm pretty sure on her part it must have been scary to probably approach you, because it's like you don't know whether or not that person that you're reaching out to, in this case, obviously this being you. She doesn't know if you're going to receive her well or you're just going to just like push her off. And you actually, I mean, it's a beautiful thing that you acknowledge that this is your daughter. You know what I mean?
Well, this is so new. I haven't even talked to it my family knows, but not my friends.
Right.
None of my friends know this. So this is the first I've spoken in public about it.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, I get tongue-tied because I'm still processing how it all came about.
Right.
She wrote a letter and posted it on sent me a message on a Facebook account that I don't use anymore. It was a Scott Lane account.
Right.
And I used it for the show, and I never really monitor it. And then, I'm 60. I don't do social media. I have somebody do that.
Right.
So
you have a real life.
She sent a letter when she found out about me because her mother hid the fact all of her life. And finally she confronted her and said, you said something to me when I was 15 years old. Did you mean that?
Right.
And she brought it out in therapy, and then she admitted that the man that raised her wasn't her father.
Wow.
And she knew about me, but I never knew about it. She never knew about it. So she wrote me a letter, said, I want to meet him. So she sent me a note on Facebook, and I never got the message because I don't check that account anymore.
Right.
So then her mother sent me a message on Instagram, and I didn't know you could get messages on Instagram. So I'm
you really tapped out of social media.
I'm sitting on my boat at the Anchorage one day with my wife next to me, and she goes, oh, you got a message? Because I was checking a post to see how many likes it got or whatever.
Right.
And she said, you got a message? I'm like, I didn't know you could get messages. So we read it, and it was from her mother saying, guess what?
Remember me?
Yeah, remember me from, and I remember she remembered the camper that I had, and my family lives in Michigan, so right across is Windsor, Canada, and I had an affinity for Canadian female strippers. You see more.
Yeah, I've heard stories.
They do, yes, but they do, more of a routine. It's not just take it off and spin on a pole.
Right.
They add to put character things. So
more creative. About
Sounds like I need to go to Canada then for the female stripper stuff.
You don't even know.
Guys, I check my messages every day because I've been to Vegas so many times, and I'm actually waiting.
One of these days, you're going to see that little red.
Yeah, they
like
started
dot on
talking
messages,
probably a few months ago, and they'll probably start questioning.
Uh-oh.
I check my messages daily. I'm ready. I take responsibilities too.
So anyway, I finally got the message and got back to her, and we built a relationship via WhatsApp until we were finally going to meet, and we decided to talk every day through the microphone thing. So it's not a real conversation. It's just you record a voice.
Yeah, your voice
you
messaging.
Send it, she sends it back. So I'd be sending pictures, telling her about my life and asking about her life, so we know about each other before we met.
Right.
So every day. I've got a thread on WhatsApp that's like a mile long, just communicating back and forth, and it's fascinating. And when we finally met, it was just a huge moment in my life and for her. And I've got it all documented. I haven't even gone through the videos and pictures. I just do a little at a time because it's so overwhelming. And I've run out of, I get the iCloud is full thing. Now I got like 2 terabytes of pictures and stuff to go through. So, but I don't want to delete anything. I treasure those.
Yeah.
I want to be able to share them with everybody.
Yeah, they're all mementos now. You know what I mean? You want to hold on to that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what was your feeling like first seeing her? I guess when you met at the airport, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I got it on video, and we had a disagreement because she's a documentarian.
Oh, right.
And I wanted to shoot something and maybe post it so we could share it with friends, and because it's a touching thing.
Of course.
I think it can inspire a lot of people to seek out or to be more receptive if they find out they've got a child.
Yeah, I think that's your side of it. So yeah, for sure.
So I wanted to shoot it vertically. She wanted to shoot it horizontally, but we didn't want to shoot it at all. We said, let's not kill the moment. We want to enjoy this. Nobody else is going to be there, just us. And I said, well, we both agreed it'd be nice to be able to share it with people and have it captured so we could replay it later,
right? Other
than just us enjoying the memory. And I tried to get somebody. Nairi was actually going to come in and shoot it. And she wasn't available because it was Armenian Christmas. So last minute, we thought, well, let's just do it ourselves, because a selfie video is kind of an extension of yourself. So it's not like an invasive thing because it's your camera. But I wanted to shoot it vertically so that I could edit it that way, and she wanted to shoot horizontally. So I'm like, okay, I haven't met you yet, so hold it in your left hand. I'll have it in my left hand, so we're not switching around, and it just became a mess.
Gotcha.
So the footage was exactly like she said, shoot it horizontal, because the camera was shooting right between us. I think I got a piece of my nose and a piece of her nose, but we got the hug, and it was just. We went to lunch at the beach, and then she loves to surf, so I took her surfing. I didn't want to plan anything out. I'm a control freak, so I wanted to just let her do whatever she wanted. I laid out, look, we can do this, we can do this. You decide what we do. My time is yours this week.
That's
cool. And for the rest of time.
Fuck yeah.
My kids are the most,
awesome.
My grandkid. I mean, that's our lives, our children.
And I'm sorry, your other kids, how old are they?
My son's 22.
Okay.
And he's moving to Arizona. He's lived with us, and he just got a big job, big promotion, so he's going to move to Arizona at the end of the month.
Oh, congratulations to him.
And I have another daughter, so now they're sisters. They were growing in their mother's bellies at the same time. So get that.
Wow.
By the way, we've had exclusive stories here before with bands releasing stuff, but this is the first time we ever did some real Maury shit right here. You are the father.
Yeah, we need to go do a paternity test or something.
Fuck. We got COVID test, but not a paternity test. Now we got this shit for days. Holy damn. That's insane.
I had to go back, play this in my mind. Like, okay, if that was in that year, then that's right after I left New York. And wanted to come west, and I went back to Michigan to hang out with my family. But I left New York because I had a relationship with a girl there that it wasn't going to work out. When she told me she was pregnant, I'm like, I was too immature at that time, and wasn't ready for that. So I ran. I ran right to Michigan and went over to Windsor. I did it again. But look what happened. How irresponsible is that? And that's why I was worried about telling my daughter that she had a sister, but she was really excited about it. But I thought she would do the math and think back and think, how irresponsible. You left my mom, and then you go. But I didn't know about it.
Right.
But it's a wonderful thing.
I mean, definitely. I mean, it sounds like you guys live... I don't even know what the word to even describe it. You guys live outrageous lives to begin with in your professions, let alone the acts and the things that kind of happen, and then fucking temptations, that lead up to other fucking things. But, just like Andre said, I mean, you got to hold it down. You got to be a man of what you do and own up to it. And just now's the time to kind of, get things right. So, I mean, better late than never.
So to rehash, my gift is better than yours.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that was that definitely was a Maury moment where it's like we're looking for something like lighthearted, and it's like it's a surreal moment.
Well, we the show is also we have the dark side of the show. So we've been through so much together. We lost some friends, due to we had a suicidal guy.
Oh yeah.
We had we lost some good friends due to some bad circumstances.
That hit us all hard.
So really hard. So it's not just having fun, and we have also that part of the show that is
it's real life family stuff, especially when you care about each other.
We face that like all together, and we're still here. And the show must go on.
Yeah, I mean, like people see strippers and you think, oh, they're having a good time, they're partying, they're getting paid, they're all usually like, gorgeous or handsome, and it's like that's kind of what you envision. You don't really see the person underneath all that. What I mean? The real person,
yes, also.
That would be a good show. That would be a great show.
That's what we've been trying to pitch for years, is a reality show based on the show, like a docu-series.
Yeah,
and especially we've done so many sizzle reels that didn't get interested.
Really?
I can't believe it.
I mean, Netflix should jump on this shit.
You would think that, but
Hulu.
Yeah.
HBO. No, actually, you know what? This is an HBO thing. No, for sure.
HBO,
some Skinamax shit right there. We got a question out there in the Pigzniverse, all coming from Kelly out in, Facebook. I can't imagine opening that message. How did your wife receive it?
We both had to digest it. She was waiting to see how I reacted, and I was kind of waiting to see how she'd react.
I mean, she can't be mad. This shit happened like 30-something years ago, and you didn't fucking know,
you can
right?
be mad at somebody for being irresponsible in the past.
Yeah,
but
I mean, there's that. But I mean, if you don't mind my asking, how old were you at the time? When
how old was I?
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
Well, I'm 60 now, so
she started 33.
So 26.
Yeah.
By the way, you look great for fucking 60. He's at 60, like, holy shit, dude. Like, I'm even like I look. Fuck, I'm 40 and I look like shit, and I wish I'm just trying to get to that golden line, man. Yeah. Fuck, man, you look good for 60.
Touch that shit.
I mean, we already know you're 106, so I mean, it's all right.
Listen, it's only in vampire years.
1919.
Okay, there we go.
If you saw my wife, you'd understand. You gotta
keeps you young.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
20 years younger.
Oh shit.
We hike 3 times a week because we want to stay in shape.
Got to.
You said 20 years younger?
Yeah.
Damn. So, I mean, being that age and obviously getting hit with that information, obviously it is a little bit different in that mindset. I mean.
Yeah. But she's great. They were great together.
That's amazing.
Very accepting.
How long you been married now?
17 years.
Oh, wow.
On the second. First was 6.
Okay.
And that ended badly. I wasn't aware that it was happening. It was just blindsided.
Oh.
So that was probably the worst, darkest part of my life for 3 months. And then I met my wife, my second wife. And now I know why it all needed to happen.
Yeah.
When that happened, did the show change? Did it suffer a little bit? Obviously, like, things are happening with you emotionally, but I mean, as you're there trying to put on a good face on or trying to be whatever it is that you were doing, I'm not sure if you were obviously dancing back then. You said 17 years ago.
Yeah, I was still dancing back then, but I remember crying under a pool table in one of the clubs we were doing because I was so heartbroken.
Oh, man.
And I was like that puppy love thing, writing letters, oh, I'll take you back, whatever. But it didn't work out. But we always look back in our life at things that have happened, and at the time we perceived them as negative. But that led us to where we are now. So we have to accept everything needed to happen.
Learning experiences.
Things don't happen for a reason. If you stay optimistic, you'll find a reason it had to happen. Because it's going to lead you wherever you're going to go. And if you like where you're going, like where you are, you have to like everything that happened in your past, or at least accept it.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Holy shit, we're learning some things on this Sunday too.
I mean, I kind of do that. I mean, you have to go through all the downs in order to recognize and notice all your all your good times, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Tell us, for those who have become fans, I mean, where can we go? Where do we get our information if we want to go check the show out?
Our website is hwmen.com. That's hwmen.com. That's an interesting story too. When the internet started,
I was gonna say you had to have gotten that pretty early on. Yeah, for sure.
Well, we didn't know anything about the internet. We just knew it was a great way to advertise. And this company said, "We'll build you a website." Right. So they said we need to register a domain name. So we registered thehollywoodmen.com, and they built a great site. We started getting calls from girls saying, "Are you guys all gay?" I said, "Why do you ask that?" Because we went to the website and it was like gay porn. I was like, "What?"
No way.
So I went, thehollywoodmen.com. She goes, "Oh, no, I just typed in Hollywood Men." So come to find out, HollywoodMen.com is a hardcore gay porn site. So we had to come up with another name. And my first wife had a great idea. I said, what's something that could describe what we do, not be misspelled, and is simple and easy and quirky? And she came up with the idea, Nice Package. So we registered nicepackage.com.
And then UPS came knocking.
And we would still own that if I was smart enough to check the email where they said it's expiring, and it didn't get renewed, and now it's for sale for like $27,000, just that domain name.
Yeah.
So we had to come up with something else, and we ended up with hwmen.com because it's short.
Right.
And,
well, no, I like it. Yeah, it's simple. It's like, it's just a simple website to type in.
Yeah. We have to redo the site, though. It's way too complex. And we have to update the photos and everything. But, we've been shut down for 2 years without a budget. So it kind of puts a crimp on your spending.
1,000%. You got to be smart about stuff. And obviously, things are kind of happening. I mean, on the website, it had the 2 different locations. So are you back running every Friday, Saturday?
We are. We've been around 25 years, different clubs in Hollywood. We've been probably a dozen different clubs.
Yeah.
We had a 13-year run at the Hollywood and Highland Club, Highlands originally, and then they went belly up, and then they became Ohm, which was above level 3. So we were at those 3 clubs, and that was a great place to do a show. We'd have crowds of 450 in there, and it was a great time. But when we had to rebuild, we had to find a small club because we knew the crowds were going to be smaller, so we had to find a place that wasn't so massive that a small crowd wouldn't look right.
Yeah.
So we found a club in Silver Lake, and we built a show there, but it just wasn't the right fit. So when they increased the mandates back in November, and the club said, we have to enforce these. We'll let the ladies in without a vaccination, but we have to ask. And I said, well, they're not going to buy tickets in advance if you're going to tell them that they need to show it, because there's always somebody in a party that refuses to get it or can't get it.
Right.
So we decided to move to Orange County, and we went down Fridays and Saturdays originally, and the Fridays weren't picking up, so we just kept the show Saturdays, and we moved back to Hollywood on Fridays. That's great because now we cover 2 areas, so all the girls that don't want to drive all the way to Anaheim from the Valley can now go to Hollywood, and it's 18 and over there.
There you go.
And then the ladies that from the South or Inland Empire, they can go to Anaheim on Saturday, and that's just a gorgeous club, Detention.
Nice. So, Liz, you need to go get some detention.
I'm going to have to go to detention.
The library's right next to detention. So you
go
get detention, I'll go get the
That's what's
library.
cool.
So the girls will go to detention and the guys can go to the library.
It's like Olympic Gardens out in Vegas, right? At least I think that's what it was called, or it's called Olympic Gardens. It's like
Olympic Gardens. Yeah,
it's like male and female. All.
And they had sapphires. This is a new concept here, though. There's no male, female things in the same club.
Yeah.
But the ladies actually enter through the female strip club. The reason is they have a separate club, and they were going to put an entrance right by the only ladies' room in the venue. And I said, you can't do that. It'll be like a nightmare.
Right.
You got to move my cashier outside. It's freezing cold. And then the ladies are going to be lined up for the restroom, and then the ladies are trying to come into the club. Plus, they walk right into the club, and there it is.
Right.
So I came up with the idea of bringing them in through the female side, the female strip side, because they've got a really nice grandiose entrance, and they got tuxedo people, and the girls come in and they ask, "What are you here for, men or women?" So they say the men.
Simple question,
check the reservation, and then we have our dancers escort them through the female strip club, and say, "You can come back here later if you're curious,"
Right.
And some do. But then there's a speakeasy entrance that's a fake wall that they have to know the password, and we let them in, and they go through this grass tunnel, and it opens up into this gorgeous room with lighted trees. And when we originally came and looked at the room, there was a 4x8 stage, which is very small for a production show. We're only 12 deep by 16 wide, usually.
Right.
And then they had 2 stripper poles up elevated, and they're like 4 feet up. So they decided to fill that in and build a custom stage for us. So now we play in the round, 360 degrees,
right on,
all sides of the show, and they put monitors all around the club. So it's just a beautiful place. And when word gets out, it's going to be insane. We just started there, so the crowds are still pretty small. But we just picked up our new account, and for Google Plus, now it can be found on there. So we've got the 2 locations. We're just trying to build it back.
Yeah,
I am looking for people. So if you out there, if you're a veteran dancer that
anybody except for
looks
Zach,
good and you're
not
talented-
Zach,
Anybody
definitely
except
not
for
Zach.
Zach, no one's interested in your fat dad bod at all. Sorry, buddy.
Sorry, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, if Zach looks like that, I get it, but he doesn't. He's totally a mess.
I mean, he's not, I guess, a mess. He's just out of shape and fat. He looks like every other.
But he's not like that, though.
Oh,
he's
no.
not like this. He's not like this guy.
No, but you're saying that he's a
It's like Liz is gonna go grab some clothes and wash out that washboard. You know what I mean?
By the way, if you want to come give Andre everything that he needs in his life, you got to come out to the shows and fucking.
He needs a new old LED TV or something. He needs a new LG.
I'm actually good now.
Nothing on the wish list, but just come be friends. I mean, you don't know.
Be friends, exactly.
You just come out and be friends. I mean, you come out and hang out with Scott and watch him do his ring announcing for his wrestling non-wrestling show. You should put a little ring in there. Maybe do some like wrestling stuff and like get some play on that.
I have a funny pig story for you.
Oh yes.
The inside of my wedding ring is inscribed "pigs and shit," as is my wife's.
Okay.
So that's our thing. That the first morning we woke up after being together. She said, "How do you feel?" I go, "Happier than pigs and shit," and it just stuck.
Nice.
So that's
Hell
our
yeah.
wedding
We
ring.
need to adapt that here.
For a second
Pigs
there, I
and
was
shit.
hoping it was the reference from a Jane's Addiction song, but obviously it's their own thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're live every Sunday, happy as fucking pigs in shit to
There
do
you go.
this. We want to thank you guys for coming down, sharing some stories. I mean, we need to rustle up the ladies. We need to get them entertained. You guys are doing the Lord's work by calling them the fuck down. So by the time they get home, they're good to go and ready to fucking smash or whatever the fuck the case may be. And if Andre's not picking them up and taking them wherever they need to, so you need to go on and support your fucking your local male entertainment club. I mean,
Yeah.
you need to come check out the Hollywood Men out in LA and in Anaheim. So once again, where's in Anaheim?
Anaheim, it's on State College Boulevard off the 91. But
All the fun things happen off of State College Boulevard, by the way, out the 91.
if you search detention, Google Plus or Yelp actually is a really good provider of new business. You'll find us. Just search The Hollywood Men or go to hwmen.com. Our Instagram accounts, I think it's at The Hollywood Men. Instagram.
Yes.
Nairi just did a TikTok
Hollywood
account
Men,
too, but
yes.
it's at The Hollywood Men for Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. You'll find us. Just search.
Nice. So come get your whatever it is that you need to get titillized, get mesmerized, get whatever the fuck you need to get
Just
done.
bring your money, ladies.
Yeah,
bring your
just
money.
fucking-
You're gonna have a good time. I saw a dude up there dressed up like a Spartan, like soldier.
That's him.
You know? Oh, that
Well,
was you.
No, that was
Oh.
an old Spartan.
that
we
was
had-
an old-
we've gone through
but he
probably
does.
50 dancers in the history of the show.
Oh, yeah.
But we have the same fantasies will stay, but we just recast them, find a new guy. But Andre is Spartacus.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
All
So you can get your
right.
300 on
That's
right
right.
there.
You want to get stabbed by Andre? Come through, ladies. Bring your money.
Apparently
Bring
he
your
does
money.
mother-daughter combos, anything flies.
He
It's just-
accommodates. He accommodates.
You need to go support, come out, like, subscribe, follow them. And who knows, you might have a wonderful fucking story at the end of the night that you can tell for the rest of your lives. That kind of shit going on. Oh, thank you, gentlemen, for coming down, hanging out with the
Thank you,
pigs.
guys.
That
Thanks
was
for having
definitely
us.
some pig shit going
You guys
on
are
right
awesome.
there.
You guys are awesome.
And make sure you like, subscribe, Pigs every Sunday night. We're going full force in the next
That's
couple
right.
weeks. So
The road to 420. Don't forget.
the road to 420. We're almost there with the paranoias.
That's right.
And then happy to announce we got tag team. I know it's all wrestling. I don't know why it is, but it is what
Because
it
you
is.
like wrestling, dude.
You know
like
what?
wrestling.
As of you know what?
Yes.
It's become more of a hardcore thing as of late.
Right.
But I got PP Ray coming down. They've been on AEW. They've been on a bunch of TV stuff, and then they're really popular right now. So we got them coming in studio. So we got a bunch of shit happening.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, hopefully you are. On that note, let's keep that shit piggy. Keep
That's
it
right.
pigs and shit.
HWman.com.
gentlemen,
Get it. Pigs out.
Fuck you, Zach.
stop the music.
Zach is fat.
No more ass pictures, Zach.
Initiating shutdown sequence. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
This show may cause birth defects and/or cancer. Void where prohibited in the Southern Red States. Official sponsor of the Special Olympics. Not really. 2% financing available for nothing. See your official Toyota dealer for recall as penalty for not buying American. This show may cause massive amounts of marijuana consumption. This show has been a joint venture of cockballs and ass. Free salad tossing available upon request. Visit robertreese.com. Sexual relations among cousins is not incest.
Thank you.
That will conclude this evening's